Business Empires Unlocked. What if I told you the world's largest restaurant chain does not actually make its money from burgers? What if the real business of McDonald's was never about food, but about something much bigger? This is not the story of a fast food company. It is the story of an empire built on control, precision, and an idea so powerful that it changed how the world eats. This is the McDonald's Code. Welcome to Time Travel, Business Empires Unlocked, uncovering the secrets behind the world's biggest brands. Episode 1, The McDonald's Code, How a Burger Became a Billion-Dollar System. Part 1, The Spark. The story begins in 1940 in San Bernardino, California. Two brothers, Richard and Maurice McDonald, opened a small drive-in restaurant. It was simple, fast, and clean. But what made it revolutionary was a system they called the Speedy Service System. Every movement was timed. Every burger, bun, and fry was placed with mathematical precision. The brothers had discovered efficiency, the art of serving perfection again and again. Customers did not wait. Orders came out in seconds. The idea was simple: fast food, consistent quality, low price. But this brilliant idea would soon escape their control. Part 2, The Salesman. In 1954, a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman named Ray Kroc walked into their restaurant. He saw more than a burger stand. He saw a blueprint for domination. While the McDonald brothers were content with one great restaurant, Kroc envisioned thousands. He convinced them to let him franchise the concept. From that moment, McDonald's was no longer just a restaurant. It was a system. Kroc's genius was not in cooking, but in replication. He created manuals that dictated every movement, every menu item, every smile. He turned McDonald's into a machine of duplication. Part 3, The System Behind the Burger. Every McDonald's restaurant looked the same, sounded the same, and tasted the same. From Chicago to Tokyo, the fries had to crunch in the same way. It was not about creativity, it was about control. Kroc's obsession with consistency became the brand's religion. He once said, "We are not in the hamburger business. We are in the business of serving a uniform product." But there was another secret hidden inside his empire that few people noticed at first. Part 4, The Real Business of McDonald's. McDonald's under Ray Kroc quietly shifted its profit model. Instead of making money primarily from burgers, McDonald's began buying the land under every franchise location. Then, they leased that land back to franchise owners. This meant every Big Mac sold also paid rent to McDonald's Corporation. The more franchises they opened, the more land they owned, and the more wealth they built, even if the food never sold. In truth, McDonald's became one of the largest real estate empires in the world. By the 1970s, it owned some of the most valuable commercial land on earth. The burgers were not the product. The franchises were. Part 5, The Golden Arches of Power. The Golden Arches became a symbol of something deeper: order, speed, and familiarity. For millions of families, McDonald's was more than a meal. It was a feeling of comfort, a taste of America, and a brand that promised the same experience everywhere. Children loved it. Parents trusted it, and that trust was engineered with precision. Color psychology, playgrounds, jingles, and Happy Meals all worked together to create a ritual of loyalty that started in childhood and lasted a lifetime. Behind the smile of Ronald McDonald stood one of the most sophisticated marketing machines ever built. Part 6, The Empire Expands. By the 1990s, McDonald's was opening a new restaurant every 17 hours. It entered markets across Asia, Africa, and Europe, adapting its menus but never its system. The McDonald's business model became a case study in universities and boardrooms. It was the template for every scalable franchise that followed: Starbucks, Subway, KFC, Domino's. Ray Kroc had proven that success did not come from a great product but from a repeatable process. Part 7, The Hidden Cost. But every empire has its price. McDonald's spread meant local diners closed, traditional foods vanished, and waistlines grew. Critics accused it of cultural homogenization, turning unique communities into copies of the same golden arches. Still, the company adapted. It introduced salads, localized menus, and digital ordering. Even after Kroc's death, his philosophy remained alive: dominate through consistency, expand through control, and always own the system. Part 8, The Code Revealed. The McDonald's Code is not about hamburgers. It is about ownership, process, and power. McDonald's sells familiarity, not food. It rents trust, not land. It engineers habits that last generations. And that is why it remains one of the most profitable companies in human history. So, the next time you bite into a Big Mac, remember you are not eating fast food. You are consuming a business model so powerful that it changed the way the world does business. This was episode 1 of Business Empires Unlocked. If you want to know how Apple convinced the world to fall in love with machines, join me in episode 2, Apple's Reality Distortion Field, How Steve Jobs Made You Believe. Subscribe to Time Travel Business and uncover the untold secrets behind the world's greatest brands. Because every empire has its code and we are here to break it.